So you want to get into abstract? Let's explore some of the tools you'll need in order to create some fabulous abstract art. You want to look at getting a paint palette. There are many different paint palettes on the market. This one is an acrylic paint palette, which makes cleanup with warm water and soap super easy. Along with your paint palette, you'll want to look at getting palette knives. These knives are meant to mix paint on your paint palette, but they're also great for spreading paint across a large area, such as a larger canvas. These are painting knives, often confused with palette knives. They have a very different role with different angles to create sharp edges and also different sizes depending on how much detail you want to do. Let's talk substrate. You can use many different substrates to create any sort of abstract that you want to. This is an art journal, and in this particular art journal, there are different substrates all within the pages that you can have different textures and looks. Probably the most familiar to abstract art would be a stretched canvas. Often this canvas material is pre-primed for you and stretched over a wood frame. You can also look at canvas board. Similar to stretched canvas, this is just simply on a thin board. This is really great if you want to take your abstract art and frame it in a picture frame. These boards come in a variety of sizes, which are really convenient when you're first getting started in abstract art. Once you've selected your inspiration, color selection becomes a lot easier. In this case, blues and greens with a little bit of white. I can then go ahead and pick out colors that match my inspiration. There are several ways you can apply paint to your substrate. You can apply it directly onto your painting knife, or in this case, I like to put it straight onto the board. Keeping it simple, I've started with a grassy field and a blue sky. Keeping that in mind, I have created the greens down below and the blue up above. With my paint knife, slightly angled, you're just going to drag the paint with the paint knife. As you move your paint knife around, it creates movement. Once you're happy with the grassy field, you can then move up to the sky. Starting off with smaller amounts of paint mean that you can add more paint as you go. You can either put it directly onto your paint knife or directly onto the canvas board, like you see me doing here. So here again is where my inspiration started and where we ended up. You don't have to worry about going right to the edges. With abstract, it's all about movement of paint.